Right, this is Pacific Drive. Um, I haven't gone into settings yet. Ooh, I don't know if I like. Yeah, because max frames per second, I think, is the reason why. Is the reason why Zenless Zone Zero has performance problems. Let's go for performance. Okay, interesting. Convenience settings. You have to unlock these? Only adjustable in game. Drop item seems important. Uh, that's touchpad. D-pad isn't used anywhere here. Was secondary? Drop item down on D-pad. Warp car up on D. Oh no, I know it is. Oh shit. Okay, so hmm. do we need to bind this? Is this important? R2 is L2 not used anywhere here? I don't think I see L2 used anywhere. Okay, it isn't. Move that L2. Okay, there's a bunch of things here. I'm assuming, hopefully, it will just tell me all this in game, so I'm not memorizing all this right now. Because I don't care about ads or anything. I have ads, but still no copyrighted music. Cool. Okay. Do I need to save this? No. Okay, great. There's credits here, so I might go through these right now. Because I don't know if the game will have them. Usually, if the game will have them at some point in the game, then they won't put it right here at the start. I don't know a lot about this game. I watched a video essay from someone who said that they were looking for a successor to Outer Wilds. Outer Wilds is my favorite game of all time, and I believe it is the best game ever made. And so I've been looking for a successor to it, and I watched a video essay, and this guy said that this is it. And he did talk a decent bit about the game, but this was like a month or two ago now, so I've forgotten most of what he said about the game. Good video though. So yes, all I know is that this is, I think it's somewhat like a roguelike. And we're in a car, I think somewhere in America. And I think there's kind of spooky shit to some extent. Yeah, I've heard good things. This is already an interesting UI. Is this a save slot? It looks like a save slot. Okay, this is cute. Okay. Ho Rainforest, Alcone Ridge, what the fuck is that word? I think I would like to be able to pause and save whenever I want to, so. Okay. Shift get. Oh god. Ambient radiate. What the fuck? Okay. Now I don't want to like adjust any difficulty things before we even get into a game. I just want to take a look at this. Now this is potentially one I'd set on. I don't know, we'll see. But that could be an intentional thing. Maybe inventory management is supposed to be important to a game. I do not drive cars a lot in game, so I realise it's been a while. Abandon. For now, I think I'll set that to keep all, because that's if I just want to save and quit, so. What? Quirks. I think I remember this a little bit of a video essay. There's like problems you can have, and you have to figure out how to fix them yourself. Okay, like Outer Wilds, of course. I don't want to look up at any spoilers for this. Thing is, unfortunately, with Outer Wilds, I knew a lot of the game when I was going into it first. I knew basically all of the main story beats, and I knew how to finish a game from the very start. I knew way too much. Okay, so it's a spooky place. Basically. Translation. This is past 1985, at least. We are in performance mode, hopefully that's not too bad. '98. Alright. Oh, Christ. Okay. I cannot drive a car IRL, so oh god. Here we go, our mirror. I'm assuming I should ram full speed into. I shouldn't drive like a maniac. So we're not supposed to be there?
Smells like money.
Oh, wrong side of the road. Does that really matter? Is there going to be a car coming the opposite way?
Between the dry pines of bones unbecoming.
Actually, wait, is where? Don't other countries drive on the other side of the road? I don't know if I should be going faster with this or not. I don't know to what extent I should be worried about killing myself. Yeah. I'm muting my mic a little bit too late, man. We're getting some texture popping, I think. Yeah, that's on the side. This is already reminding me of, what is it, Beware? The old horror game which all the YouTubers play. I'm assuming we're going somewhere with this. Okay. Does this like consume any kind of fuel? So far, I really like this, really not telling us anything. Okay, well, this is great. Oh, did I miss something? I think I might have missed something. There's a light. Okay. It's a little bumpy. Okay, now we're getting into something that's not quite right. Alright. Brilliant. Oh. 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 Well, this can't be good. Just like that, we've become a fungus monster without knowing it. So was that barrier we came up to the sealed off point when we just got portaled into? We weren't actually in it yet. Now we've been portaled into it, I suppose. It doesn't look too great. This art style actually itself, I don't know if it could also just be my graphic settings, but this is actually somewhat reminiscent of Outer Wilds, actually, the graphic style. Yeah.
Hello? Someone out there? Hello? Could have sworn never mind. Francis, the radar's acting up again. You were supposed to tune up this piece of junk years ago.
Oh, wheel. Yeah, I noticed that game. I'm just familiarizing myself. Is there nothing to, like, blind the window?
Oh, the signal. Yes, it's back. It's back. This is Tobias Barlow and Francis Cook, located in mid-zone sector B. Do you read me? I'm picking up your distress signal in the outer zone. It looks like you're somewhere around sector E. Hey, Francis, come here. Yes, it's urgent. Leave that interferometer alone for a second. Something is out there. Hey, we got a live one. Hey, do you copy? Hello? Hello? Is this thing working?
They don't have a transmitter. We won't hear a thing back.
Huh. But if they're stranded, could they, they're from outside? They're a preacher? Hey, how did you get through the barrier wall? No one's gotten into the zone in ages and lived to tell about it.
And if we don't get them to safety, this one won't either.
That's a good point.
Okay,
Hey,
I'm already noticing the car is...
Instability's closing in, and it's going to scramble you quicker than beef in a blender. The closest shelter is a few miles east. Get there however you can, and be quick about it.
The car is, like, tilting to a right. Okay. Oh, so it seems like we got some people who are trapped on the inside. Okay. Okay. Okay, you turn it on before you put it in. Okay. Yeah, that's how cars work.
Whoa, wait, hold the phone. There it is again, that blip on the spectrometer. I've seen that waveform before, but where?
And that is why I don't drive.
No kidding. Could it be? A remnant?
That can't be. There hasn't been one in decades.
How many people
Look at
been
that
in the other
spectral
decades?
fingerprint, and tell me that doesn't match the remnants exactly.
No. What we
Yeah, my
should
car is
do
turning
is
to a
how
right
fast this
automatically.
creature seems to be
So
moving.
there's a quirk we got.
You know, if I didn't know that,
that's
I'd
something
say they're
wrong
going
with that
around the
tyre.
speed of a- No way, do not tell me. They found a remnant and it's a car this time? Holy cripes! No one's had working wheels in here for ages. Boy, I'd kill to know how a combustion engine's still chugging away out there.
Okay, let's not get ahead of ourselves. First, the breacher needs to get to safety. Then we can
Got a
begin
little
whether
bit of
that
yellow
car is
gunk
remnant or
still
not.
around.
In my heart of hearts, I already know. They're back, baby.
Trying to focus on driving, I'm not able to listen a lot to what's going on. I'm only able to catch barely the gist of what they're saying. Oh, that's lighting. Oh shit.
When you find that shelter, go on
That's
and
lighting up
let
the
yourself in.
lights on my controller.
Alfie ain't gonna like you poking around in there, but better to face a bad side than let the zone eat you alive.
Don't know which way east is. Assume I should just always do that for safety. Right, that was our wheel coming off. Great.
Who's there? God, the shop. God, it's been breached. You've got 5 seconds to get the hell out before I... Ow! My head. Emergency broadcast.
Hello, attention. This message is for Dr. Ophelia Turner. We sent a breacher to your garage on official zone business. Now, we have it on very good authority that this person is in possession of a remnant, which has taken the form of a car, and, well,
Get off the remnant thing. She's not gonna care.
right, like I said, super official zone business. Protocol, demands that you keep them alive until we can get them to safety. Now, if you do not comply, I will occupy this broadcast channel with a recitation of the entire collection of poems I've personally written. That's 10 years and 17 volumes, and...
Wait, what map for a game?
Voice cuts like a nail gun to the skull.
So, another breacher, huh? How do you outsiders not understand that Arda didn't build that 300-meter wall out there for fun? Unless you're one of the unfortunates who got zapped through.
Okay, this is
Wait,
very self-consumption
I just
overload.
remembered. I don't give a damn why or how you got here. You're trespassing, and I'd kindly like you to get the hell out of my zone. Unfortunately, the barrier wall is as fortified against breaches trying to get in as it is against anyone or anything trying to leave. We have to find you a way out. So you might as well start by fixing up that car. Just don't break anything in my shop with those soft hands of
Because
yours.
this game's currently on sale for 15 quid. Usually it's 30. 30 is the same price as Outer Wilds Archaeologist Edition, I think. Yeah, I don't think I need to look at this right. And it's simpler if we separate it like this. So we actually have a quest system. Alright. Oh, stats on that. Okay, what was my drop? Is that a durability bar? If I hold, it goes into my hand, otherwise it just goes into a hot bar. Yes. Checklist, what does that do for me? We go as new 4-style inventory. Flares. Normal. Oh, I don't want to do the wrong thing here. How do I scan from? It's not really telling me how to. Like that? Nothing truly is working miracles, isn't it?
Oh, there's a little prototype of mine in the garage. The Arc device. Hook it up to your car, wherever it'll fit. won't just be your tour guide. It's your North Star and the only way back to safety. Heck, you should consider it the Father, Son, and Holy Spirit if you plan on staying alive. That's how important this thing will be to you. Yes, that's my very own invention. I'll tell you more about it if you live long enough to use it. If you're all set, take a look at the projector against the wall. This is the zone. Within these borders, all matter has lost the ability to hold a constant physical state. What that means is the shape, size, and makeup of just about everything constantly changes. A mile of grass can turn into 10 miles of swamp in the blink of an eye, and it does. Constantly. It's caused by something we call instability. We're completely surrounded by it, and once you've watched it chew through entire mountain ranges, you'll understand that you don't want to get anywhere near it. We can only survive in here within pockets of stability. That's what you're standing in now. And that's what you're seeing mapped on the route planner. If we're going to find you a way out of the zone, you'll need to build a new antenna. Until then, you won't be able to detect stabilized routes beyond your immediate area. So, you've got to go hunting for parts, and that means taking a drive. Go on, pick a route. The Arc device in your car will then show you where you need to go. Off you go. Make a left out of the garage and follow the access road.
Okay, so, I mean, like, I was expecting, because I was told this is like Outer Worlds, I was not expecting anything resembling any kind of quest, so I was expecting you get in, and then it tells you to go fuck off and do this thing. Is there something I could do with Tyre still? Could I salvage this for parts? I kind of want to hang on to it. Or maybe we will be coming back here, so maybe I should just put it in a locker. And I see this being useful to us on the road. I'm worried if I just leave it here or despawn or something. Headlight's broken. Missing. We're missing the bumper as well. Okay. So this is our map. Right. go.
Okay, newbie. I'll keep this simple. Don't want to overwhelm that little brain of yours. You'll need a few things to rebuild the antenna at the garage. First on the list is plasma. The woods are littered with plasma generators. Look for a research trailer or a spark tower. That's those antenna things zapping you when you get too close. Both are always accompanied by plasma generators.
Why don't you just tell me if I ran past something? Okay.
The ARC device is picking up on some plasma
I can see like the
generators
manual
nearby.
process of this
Your
being
headset has a built-in
both
scanner. Use it on the
extremely
plasma
fun
generator.
and
It'll figure out
immersive,
the
and
tools
also
you need.
really fucking annoying after a while. I missed everything she just said. Should we just destroy them? Ooh. Because I have a very bad habit of just stealing everything. I hoard absolutely everything and I never use it. Can I take more fuel? Any way to do that? Not yet, at least. Give it a profile on this. Danger. We're already hoarding the shit out of stuff. Do I get anything if I destroy it? So it's a problem, I might be destroying too much stuff. I can see the durability on the scrapper is already going down. Quite frankly though, I figure that if the tool is this fundamental to game to collect resources, I figure they won't make it too hard to get another scrapper. And it's telling me the hand vac for something.
Ah, looks like it's ripe for the picking. Can't get at it with your hands, though. An impact hammer will do the trick.
Look at you, out in the zone all on your own. They grow so fast, don't they?
Can't
And
move that
I'll
text,
be
it's too
back at
small.
the helm. Been a long time, old gal. Didn't think we'd
Can I pick this up?
talk again after that whole Sasquatch incident.
Yes, I was hoping to go another decade without hearing your voice again. What, did you finally talk Francis to death?
Hello to you too, Oppie. And no, I'm still here.
This place got shut down in 1955. How is there a phone like that there? Is that what phones looked like in 1955? Okay, now, does it automatically take materials that we have stored in our car? So if it doesn't, that's going to be really deeply depressing. We need another gear. Alright. Okay.
Hey, driver. I bet you're dying to hear all about the remnants by now.
How can you not? I'm a little
Okay, so
busy
that's
trying
it.
to
We
keep
move
them
on to the
alive.
quest.
I'll keep to the basics, I promise. They deserve to know what they're getting into.
Fine. I'm giving you 60 seconds.
That is not nearly enough time to get...
55 seconds and counting.
Okay. The remnants, in short, they're old objects that do all sorts of weird things. They bind themselves to people, and you're the latest victim. You and the car are inseparable now, so get acquainted. Once the remnant is bound to someone, they become gradually more obsessed with it. It takes over the victim's mind, until they go crazy and run off into the zone with it. No one has ever been able to resist its siren call. That fixation is probably worming its way into your brain as we speak. This is the first time we've ever got our hands on one. But we know all about the past remnants, and oh gosh, this one time it materialized as an old copper kettle, and the tea that came out of that thing, it was...
And now I'm splitting the transmissions over to your receiver. Anything critical to your immediate needs will broadcast directly and immediately to your radio and headset. Anything not mission critical will be on a low priority frequency. Those transmissions will be recorded and indexed for you to listen to at your leisure. And by low priority, I mean just about everything that comes out of Tobias's mouth.
Okay, so I've noticed you've lost 16% of health just by the time you spent that radiation. Should we destroy these spare tires? I don't know. Also, I am thinking just from that fact alone. Yes. So I assume that counts crafting and everything as well. Is that a photo mode I just saw? That's cool. But should we leave the tyres intact? We can come back and pick them up. Or do we destroy them so we can craft them on the go? I don't know. Maybe destroy one, keep the other? Louis gave us one piece of rubber. Do I have a blueprint for a tyre? I do. Right, we've got one plastic, and to make a tie we need 2 plastic and 4 rubber, I think that was. So this is not the most efficient thing. Never mind, that one gave me a lot more. Hello? Gear to gas cylinder. Okay. Is that going to be like marked on the map? Here we go. They're doing some science shit out there. I can't tell that says handback, I think. I don't have a blueprint for that. Right, let's go. Of course, I know some cars don't use fuel when parked, but I know some do. I'm going to assume our car is one of the ones that just does. I remember my dad, when he got a car which did that, he started fucking bragging about it like this. I'm already interested to learn who the developers of this game are, and looking to see what else they've done. It'll be optimal. Oh, Christ, I imagine anyone watching this would be having a fucking aneurysm over how I refuse to not be optimal. How do you think I feel, mate? Okay. Do not take the car near them. Noted. Right. And last time we took damage, let's stand a little bit back. Ow. Like, really ow. Okay. Well, we took all that damage from nothing. And it takes time to heal? Wow, okay. So how can I get that without getting zapped? Should I try to get these? What the fuck is that? I saw over there. Okay, maybe let's wait for the zapping to stop. Righty, so we wait until it's zapping like the opposite direction. I really like that it automatically locks onto the materials for it.
Looks like you're near one of the old guerrilla radio stations. That ought to be prime pickings for
Now, lesson to learn from that is always scan
I've
shit.
approximate location to your map. Look for an antenna tower up on a hill somewhere.
I hope I'm gonna be able to visit some of the other locations like those trains we saw. I'm also now wondering like how long actually is this game can be. What the fuck? 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 Okay, well, I thought I saw something. I was right, I did see something. Let's not go down this road. Dear God, let's not go down this road. Where are you? No hope. Okay, that's cool. Fuck that thing. I'm glad I didn't bring the car up here. Need to be pretty thorough when searching. Shit can be hidden away in any nook or cranny. So, what's going to happen if that thing comes near me? Huh? Thankfully, we seem to only see whoever's in the trap. Right. There's more down there. Hold up, can I? Conductor. There we go. Okay, I don't see any tips on dealing with it, which is a bit of a shame. There's 52 of these. Now, I thought the map cut off here, but I mean, there's something here. Is something bad, is it? Something bad's over there. Voila.
That
Hey,
radio
so
station's
is
up
that
on a
not
hill
even necessarily
somewhere.
saying that it's anything dangerous?
Eyes to the horizon.
Am I even supposed to be here? I feel like I've gone a little bit off from where I was supposed to. Am I? Right. I'm very scared to fuck with this thing. No? I can't go like that? Okay. You'll go by road, huh? That's alright. That's alright. Okay. So this thing doesn't seem to react to sight or noise, just what's in its tractor beam. So the moment it moves off the road, we fucking book it. Go, go, go. Yeah, go, that wasn't so hard. Right. Hey, great. Don't. Fuck off. No, 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 they're moving closer. Okay. Just run. 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 What if it gets to. What if it camps for cover? Can I attack it with a scrapper? This is a fucking chainsaw. It's a dummy. I don't care if you're an SCP, fucking ass. I've got a fucking chainsaw, mate. I hope taking off the fuel bit. This is not good. Stop. Okay, quite frankly, I want to lead you away from the car. So I feel like if I try to get in the car, you're going to jump scare me. It seems to only be like that one that's aggressive. Just make some distance. Go check out what's going on in here. Okay, I think we're going to have to bait it away from the car. Says, yeah, they de-aggro after a distance. So let's get somewhat close. Yeah, get closer. Okay, you move fast. Now we need to pray that none of the other ones aggro. Get in, get in, get in. Drive. 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 Okay. Fuck that thing. Thankfully, due to our mirror, I mean, they probably can't get us. Large room guards, we can see them. Oh. Okay. That was horrible. Also, wow. Yeah, this game is having us not letting us save often. So I want to make sure there's no penalties for saving. Honestly, quite frankly, I mean, we're 40 minutes in. These might get longer, they might get shorter. If I lost everything I've been working towards for like an hour, I would be a bit pissed. It's different if it's a combat roguelike, because you know I'm still having lots of fun with the combat and stuff, so it's still a valuable experience. Like with Dead Cells, you still get your cells, so you're still progressing. But if we just lose fucking everything, yeah, I'm gonna turn that on for now, at least. Quite frankly. Where's Photoman? Ah, no player model. Cool. Can I go check where the tourist is? Honestly, so far this game definitely does feel a little bit inspired by Outer Wilds, mainly because of the visuals. still see the tourist on the road. I'm suspicious. I feel inexplicably drawn to you. And I want to scan you. Oh, you're the objective. Stop playing keep music.
Time to get moving. The instability's ticking up by the second. But you can't get back the way you came. The instability makes all routes one way. And that's where my arc device comes into play. It'll get you back to the garage, but it needs to be charged first. And to do that, you'll need anchors. Take a look at the arc device display. It maps all anchors in the nearby area. Find an anchor and feed it to the arc device to charge it. But don't you worry your pretty little head about how it works. You'll be out of here soon, so there's no reason to learn more about limb technology than you need to know.
I think I am liking how manual it is. It feels quite immersive. A tiny text. Music.
Hey, Hoppy, look, I keep thinking, the way you're helping our friend here right now seems positively helpful. It seems like me. You're looking to turn a new leaf or something?
The only thing I want to look at is a 12-year-old whiskey. And the back of this breacher's head when I send them packing.
But isn't it worth taking a detour to run just a tiny little test?
Can't think of a worse way to spend my time.
Please. I've seen you manipulate waveforms with your right hand and knock back a double with your left. Or am I to understand you've lost your touch?
What I'm understanding is that you won't shut the hell up until I test this remnant.
Yep.
Fine, stop crowding my frequency.
What? Wait, really? Hoppy, darling, you never give in this easily. What's going on?
Francis?
Yes?
How have you not thrown him to the bunnies by now?
80 years old and only getting sharper by the day. You're a legend. You're a role model.
I'm giving you 10 seconds to get out of my...
Okay, we're signing off.
Hey, driver, good luck out there. And watch out for the bunnies. They are a doozy.
Those anchors may look like glowing balls of magic, but it's Limtech through and through. Don't be scared. They haven't exploded in anyone's face recently.
Okay. Brilliant.
The arc device is charged and ready. You'll use it to open a gateway back to the garage, but it will immediately collapse the stability around you. So only activate when you are absolutely ready to leave. You do not want to get caught in the storm that follows.
Does the game, I don't remember, does it refill all our health and fuel when we return? I think it might have said it did, but still. Is there anything left for tourists?
You see that glowing pillar into the sky? Drive into it. Yes, it looks like hot death, but it's so much better than getting scrambled by the instability.
Okay. Alright. Let's get going. Seems to be rapidly closing on us. I wanted to salvage that, but I don't think so. Alright.
Oh, well, well. You're alive. We're certain if the zone didn't get you, that gateway would. Did I not mention that you're the first human I've sent through that thing?
I mean, they're rodents, but it's not like it's completely untested. Anyway, it worked.
So, you should have made it back with everything you collected out there. That's the beauty of the gateway. It's the only way to get back with all your marbles intact. Now, take those parts you found into the back room.
I'll let you use my fabrication station. For now. That station will concoct ways for you to rig up anything from roof racks to flare guns. Assembling an antenna with those parts you brought back should be easy as pie. But it requires anchor juice to work its magic, so bring back as many as you can. And just because I haven't used that garage in decades doesn't mean you can trash the place. Mess up my equipment and I'll throw you into the anomalies so quick you'll get whiplash. We clear?
There's a lot going on.
signal's coming through loud and clear. Give it a moment to initialize. Make sure to empty your trunk before heading back out. You'll need the space. And we're patched. Everything's in working shape, more or less. I've hooked up the antenna to the route planner. Give it a look after you're done peeping through my garage.
I do kind of love how manual this is. I can see it's getting slightly annoying maybe after 100 hours. This is literally just a trunk to transfer shit, which is cute. How do I only transfer a couple? Doesn't seem like I can. It seems I have to transfer the whole thing. Okay. Where's the other problem it's having? There's one thing left. Can I scan it and see what's wrong? Panels, doors and bumpers. Go back bumper, we got the front bumper. Wow, doors are intact. I'm missing a panel? I don't know what I'm missing. What am I missing? And am I stupid? What am I doing? Last time, didn't I? It says press X to travel. But I'm not sure what I should be doing. How can I open this door? Oh, is it through
Ready
it?
to
It's
make this
through it.
remnant verification a one-and-done thing? I'm sending you to visit Colossal Cappy. If that old anomaly doesn't induce electromagnetic resonance in your car, then we're free from Tobias's fever dreams and we can get you out of here. With that antenna fixed, you can now detect stabilized road junctions in the outer zone. You've got a stable route heading straight to Cappy's front door, but the energy readings are off the roof. I advise you not to take the zone lightly. You better gear up or you may not survive the trip. Which would make my life easier, so your call.
Do I have to go for... Do I have to go here to get to it? Oh dear. Oh no, it's completely different. Okay. So this is our ultimate goal down here. There's a whole bunch of stuff ahead. Okay.
Oh, you know what my favorite remnant was? The record player. You remember, Francis? You play records normally, but then every now and then you hear weird voices. Like that one time it was my 5th grade lunch lady.
This again.
You know, the sooner I get this out of my system, the sooner you can have some peace and quiet.
Fine.
Don't like that ominous red light.
Oh boy. Hey, driver, listen. Of all the legends, of all the stories that have spawned in the zone,
Trust me, there are so many. Remnants, one of the best.
I'll start from the beginning. In 1964, strange objects began appearing throughout the zone. They were shabby, cast-off things that were imbued with strange properties. A broken microwave that froze food instead of warming it. A rusty can of paint that produced every color in existence. Always so out of place that people were irresistibly drawn to them.
Yeah, you know, like a mysterious car in the forest, right?
Tobias mentioned that the remnants bind themselves to people, like the cars done with you, and how that led to obsession. These obsessions always started innocently, a sudden interest in model train sets or collecting old road signs.
The objects themselves would exhibit anomalous properties, but what didn't in the zone, right? That in itself wasn't cause for alarm. But these fixations would only grow worse, until its victims could think of nothing else but the remnant. And they always ended with spiraling into madness and disappearing in a mad chase after something. Sorry, driver, it doesn't sound fun, but better to know what you're up against.
Could the remnants' victims still be out there somewhere? I mean,
we never heard from them again, but it doesn't mean they all died, right?
If the madness didn't kill them, then the zone did. Anyway, it's been 20 years since the last remnant sighting. We thought they were long gone.
Until you found the car.
I wonder if you're already feeling the remnants' effects, driver. Have you been fixating on the car, maybe?
If only we knew where remnants came from. Then we'd have a place to start on how to help you. This is no typical anomaly.
Right, yeah. The anomalies we know, they're creepy, crawly, and weird. Like visible manifestations. The remnants were the only ones that wormed its way into your brain. There's something much, much more.
Okay, so Easter's pay over time, right? I'm just gonna have to run into radiation to get back to my car now. Way too. So yellow thing's what we need to leave, right? Okay, so some tourists don't attack. Because I was definitely in attack range, and that guy, I didn't even notice he was there. I wonder if they are actually one-shot kills. There's an option to straight up turn off death, isn't there? Player death on. It could also be something to do with sprinting. But I don't think any of them have moved. So let's just keep our distance. Okay, they're not moving. Can I get in this house? I don't know if I want to risk that or... What's that noise? I thought the plastic chair had a person sitting in it. I saw a plastic chair because of the way the shadow cast over it. I thought there was someone sat. And I realised, of course, this isn't even like the level we're supposed to be getting to. This is the level we're passing through on the way to where we want to go. That's the thing. I'm so curious about what's down that other path, down past the massive explodey things we found. But I think simply in the interest of time, you're gonna have to ignore that. It's unlike Outer Wilds, where one loop is 20 minutes. The game can be beaten in 12 hours without much issue. This clearly is longer. I can't wait until we get to a no through road reference normally. I feel like that's inevitable. You can't make a card horror game about exploration, but not quite horror, but still horror elements, definitely. You can't just do it without including an allusion to no through ice. Like, it's also, I do not recall them being on a minute ago. I had a mark for an anomaly there. It said to scan anomaly. What the fuck just happened? Brilliant. So I still didn't even know what that anomaly was, wherever it was. Wherever it was so subtle I didn't even realise it was there. And then a bunch of tourists showed up and didn't do anything. Okay. Now, I quite like it if the game does do stuff just to fuck with you. I think that's really good. Especially since clearly, I mean, that one tourist was clearly a threat. So if you make it hard for me to distinguish between what's a threat and what isn't, then everything becomes a threat. And that's perfect, because that way you get the benefits of an in-game threat without the downsides of killing me, taking away hours of progress. It's fine, we only go along the red line, as we're safe. Is that a game telling me to get a move on? How much inventory space does this take up? Oh! Never mind, we got it. Lovely. And I'm going very quiet, but I mean, there's not much for me to say. Shit is crazy. We have too much shit. Because my friend wants to play Genshin with me, I think, so I need to wrap this up. Honestly, I'm not even 100% sure what this is for. Wherever it is, I'm hoping we got benefits of it. Now, if the game saves when we pass over here, I think we're going to still get my friend, I think, who's played instrument. Do we need that to proceed? No, we don't. That's going to take us back to the auto shop, isn't it? Which would allow us to save, but then we'd have to redo this mission, wouldn't we? It saves. It said it saves between going through levels, didn't it? Right, so I can. Hold on one second. You have fuel? Okay. So I'm going to continue through here. Hopefully this saves the game and I can save and quit and come back to this. Yeah, I'm having fun. This game is tedious, but it's like the right kind of tedious, where like everything you do kind of feels earned. I do really want a bigger inventory though. So here we go. This should give us a save, and then I suppose next time I boot up the game, it should bring us here. So far, I really like the anomalies. Most of them don't seem particularly dangerous. We've encountered the tourists 3 times, and only the first time did they actually do anything. Even, I mean, they didn't actually do anything, but it just seemed like they were going to do something. And I got scared. Saved less than a minute ago. Abandon save quit. Quit to menu. Style level. Right, so I assume it will literally just put us right back here. Right? Let me check. Now, that is unfortunate, considering like these levels can be like an hour long. Outer Wilds saves at most every 22 minutes. That's at most. And that's something which is great for Outer Wilds. Again, one of the things which I think Outer Wilds is the best game ever made, and part of the reason why is because anyone can play it. Anyone. There is, like, first-person shooters require a certain amount of hand-eye coordination and stuff. All you need to do to be able to play Outer Wilds is be able to read. Right? Now, if you're literally illiterate, sure, you can't play Outer Wilds, but I don't think there's many other games, really, at all you could play. Outer Wilds is one of the best games ever made. It is incredibly, incredibly well made in every single facet. And it appeals to fucking anyone. Anyone can play it. You do not need to be a gamer for any amount of years. Hell, for some people, it's actually better if they aren't gamers. Because a lot of gamers go in, they expect to be given a quest and a waypoint to go to, and told to go do this thing. And when they get into Outer Wilds, they're given none of that, and they're like, what the fuck's going on? That's actually funny, but like, it's true. A lot of people, even I was semi like that, but the reason why I was like that when I played Outer Wilds wasn't because I'm like that, it's because I already knew how to get to the ending. I already knew all of that, and I already knew all the main stories. So I was like, right, how do I fucking speedrun this? Basically. It was really fucking unfortunate. I am really pissed off that I got spoiled for Outer Wilds. I did spoil it for myself. But that's literally, I just saw a speedrun of it. It just popped up in my YouTube feed randomly. It was an Outer Wilds world record speedrun or something. And I was like, I have no clue what this game is, but I'm interested in watching speedruns right now. It was like a couple of years ago. I was just going through a phase of watching speedruns for various games, mainly Halo, I think. And it appeared in my feed. And I was like, oh, this is Outer Wilds. I've heard of this game before, like once. Let's watch a speedrun. So I did. And that was it. Thankfully, I didn't really remember the details of the ending. I just remembered you go to the planet where the sand... Spoilers. Spoilers for how to get to the ending of Outer Wilds. You go to a planet with the sand on it, you wait till the thing is overhead-ish. Actually, that's the part I think I didn't really remember. I googled how to get into the Ashram project. It's really unfortunate. My first experience of Outer Wilds was marred by that. When I made an Instagram post talking about Outer Wilds, I first said, yeah, this game's good, but it's nothing profound or anything. I don't think it's one of the best games ever made. I played the DLC, and thankfully the funny thing is, I wasn't blind through a DLC. I think the speedrun I watched actually had the Stranger in it. The Stranger, the Prisoner. I think it did actually have a minute or something. I had already seen the Prisoner in the ending, but I completely forgot about it. Thankfully, I didn't know that happened. I did know that happened. I just didn't remember it. So I did get into the DLC completely spoiler-free, and I experienced the DLC completely spoiler-free. And that was fucking magnificent. And through that, I was able to re-evaluate the base game and be like, yeah, I kind of just spoiled this for myself. It's kind of deeply upsetting. I never got a first experience of Outer Wilds. I got a first experience for a DLC. I didn't get a first experience for a base game, which deeply upsets me to this day. But yeah, that's the thing. Like, I wish speedrunners and stuff also stressed the importance of not spoiling Outer Wilds. Also, YouTube video essayists. There's a bunch of YouTube video essayists who make video essays about how great the DLC's themes are, but then they put the fucking AUX in the fucking thumbnail, which is a pretty big spoiler, I'd say. Because it spoils that they're alive, which is a pretty damn big twist in the DLC. Also, it preemptively spoils that you're not dealing with a Nomai anymore. So yeah, I hate when people do that. I get it can be hard to have a DLC, like a thumbnail which pops for YouTube, but then you're showing that your priority is getting slightly more clicks. The Outer Wilds community is one of the most loyal gaming communities there are. If they see a video with Outer Wilds in the title, they will watch it. So you do not need to make a flashy thumbnail. All you're doing is spoiling it for people who haven't watched it yet, who have played it yet. So don't do that. Anyway, so this was fun. I can definitely see how it's viewed as a successor to Outer Wilds. The thing is, we do have quests and stuff, but I figure this is for the opening of the game. This is still tutorial, really, I think. I think once we get further into the game, we are going to probably lose the direction a little bit. And like right now, we're having like direct missions. I figure later on it will become more vague goals, like build this item, and then you just go to whichever level you can find those materials in. So I figure we'll get like that more eventually. I definitely like this. My one concern about this is how long is this game going to be? Is looking at how many upgrades there were on the upgrade screen, and how many of them we've gotten in the 3 hours we've been playing for. This game could take a very long time. One of the great things about Outer Wilds is that it gives you one of gaming's best experiences, and it gives it to you in 1 or 2 sittings. You can absolutely beat Outer Wilds in 1 sitting. I beat the DLC in 2 sittings, I think. Yeah. The thing is about my baseline Outer Wilds experience, it's not quite as bad as I think I said there. Things I knew how to get the ending, but I didn't know much else. I knew that the interlopers were wiped out with Nomai. I knew the probe was very important to a time loop. I didn't know like exactly how the time loop worked, but I knew like each of the things involved in it. I just didn't know how they fit together. But so there's still like a lot of stuff in the game I got to do for myself. Like I had never seen Giant's Deep before. and I'd seen very little of Brittle Hollow. It's just I had key points ruined for me, which kind of skewed my perspective in the wrong direction. It gave me the wrong priorities. But I still remember when I first got into Giant's Deep, I was fucking horrified. And that was a very good experience. There's still... I mean, yeah, even then, like, even with how severely spoiled the game had been for me, I still had an amazing experience. Which shows just how incredible it is. And even after everything, again, I still had that stream at one time, which got deleted, which was, I would say, still the best stream I've ever had. Which was just trying to 100% the game. That was really fun. Which is why I absolutely think you truly cannot ever get your first playthrough of Outer Wilds back, but that doesn't mean you're done with it. You can still 100% the game, and then 100% it again, and then 100% it again. And you'll probably pick up on new details each time. Like, the one... How many criticisms of Outer Wilds do I have? None of them... I don't have any criticisms. It's just tiny nitpicks of things which could maybe be slightly more clear, or could be better than they are. But better than what they are doesn't mean that the thing is bad, or mean that it's a criticism. For one thing is how you get into Astrogen Project. A lot of people still complain about it. I feel like the hint can maybe be a little bit more obvious, maybe, in what they're trying to tell you what to do. The other thing which I suggest is that the game can maybe encourage use of a scout launcher more. So the scout is really useful for figuring out a bunch of the game's puzzles, including Astrogen Project. So maybe there's some way to allude towards that, or maybe. But that's a very, very minor thing. The main actual thing which I think they should do, they should add in an update, is not something wrong with the game, but it's something which will make the game better. Right now, the information map is divided into the planets and then rumor mode, which stretches it out. Rumor mode is way better than planet one. But what I think they should do is add a third one, which is characters. So from that, they should list every single one Halfium and every Nomai, because the Nomai are actually really, really well characterized. They're really damn good characters, even though you never even see them. They're just words. They're just lines of text that you read. And that makes them hard to follow sometimes. It's really sad when you watch a Let's Player meet Solanum and they don't even realise they've been reading her messages for the whole game. So that's the thing, Solanum is a character that you learn her perspective on. Like Aerith, you learn everything about her. But you kind of just learn in a subtle way. There should be a drop-down menu for every Nomai saying they wrote this in this location, and also give a direct quote as well. Like, come on. Just give a direct quote of what they said. And so that way you can have a whole list of things. This is particularly for Solanum, but it would also be useful for a bunch of the other Nomai. Solanum's the best one. There's also a bunch of other green Nomai, which are lovely to actually know who they are. Just have a drop-down menu which just shows all their dialogue which you found. I think that would add... I mean, it wouldn't necessarily add anything. It would just make them easier to follow. Yeah. I just think that'd be a really good quality of life feature which would make the game better. RT Games playthrough. I feel like when he finished the game, he didn't seem really impressed or happy about it. And I feel like it's because he wasn't following much of the story, I think. It's been a while since I watched it. Yeah, I still want to do an Outer Wilds playthrough tier list. There's some really good ones and some really bad ones. Oh yeah, and one genuine criticism I do have, of Outer Wilds, is actually of the DLC, and that is the nerfs they did to the DLCs. They shouldn't have done any of the nerfs. It was fine as is, but they did the nerfs. They made it easier, and I am not happy about that because it was never hard. It was never ever hard, but it used to be scarier because of the level design just as a whole was scarier to deal with. Now it's not. I mean, it still is scary, but it's nowhere near as scary as it used to be. So with the current level design, the thing is, back in the original version of the DLC, you had to actually learn how the ALK AI worked. And it's pretty simple to learn, it's very easy to learn. But you had to figure it out and then manipulate them in the right way. Now it's as simple as, shine your light at them so they start walking towards you, and then just go to a route to your left or right. And it's that simple. So it's hardly really a puzzle interaction there anymore, but before there used to be a lot more manipulation of their behaviour. I think the most egregious example is the change they did to the Starlit Cove. The lower section of the Starlit Cove. That area used to be one stone path, and then it had a bridge with two parts leading back onto a main stone path, and there was an ALK at the end of a stone section. So what you had to do was you needed to attract the ALK, and then the hard part was the fact that there was two parts of a wooden bridge which led back onto a stone, and you had to fucking figure out which one the ALK was coming onto. And that was really good. So that gave you a big oh shit moment where you were like, did I lure him to the right spot? Oh god. And they were smart enough to sometimes try to trick you and not go where you tried to lure them. So you had to try to keep an eye on them as well. You had to be smart about it. But now it's as simple as there's a left path and a right path. Walk up either one path, shine your light, and then go back and walk up the other path. It's that simple. There's no puzzle or engagement there. It's still good, but like the original was fantastic. I hate them for nerfing it. I think they did nerf it because of people complaining. I think it was a very vocal minority of people that just fucking suck. Because again, Outer Wilds is very accessible, and that means stupid people can play the game. And that means stupid people can have voices, unfortunately. I mean, stupid people should have voices, but we should also, unfortunately, we should have like a tag for them which says, this is a stupid person's opinion, so maybe take it with a grain of salt. Those nerfs should never have happened. We didn't nerf the first room, because you can't nerf the first room. The Starlit Cove, they reworked for the areas. I think they also made it, I think in the upper area you used to also have to wait for the ALK to finish their patrol before you could go down the elevator. I think there was an ALK which went past the elevator, and you had to wait until they left and then go down. I think they changed that, which is also unfortunate, but no big loss. I think the lower room has never changed, which is good, because that lower room encounter is fantastic. That's Starlit Cove. But yeah, they should have changed the bridge one. That bridge encounter is so great the way it was. Because all they've done, it's not actually any more, it's not really any easier now, it's just more accessible for stupid people that can't think, basically. It wasn't hard back then, it just felt harder. And that was actually really good. Because that's what you want in game design, really. You don't want something necessary. Well, I'm not saying it's bad for something to be difficult, but you don't want something to be difficult, feel really difficult, and then become tedious. You want something, I think the general best way to do things is to have something feel difficult, but actually be really easy. Because that way you get all of the benefits of something being difficult without the drawbacks of it being difficult. And that's what they were before, but now they are just easy and they feel pretty easy. Unless you're really still paralyzed in fear, but I think a lot of people can get over the fear now because it is a lot simpler. Third encounter, I struggle to remember. I think they've removed them. Pretty sure they've removed 2 AUKs from that encounter, or 1 at least. Yeah, there used to be 2 AUKs in the courtyard. I think there's now 1, and that really irks me. So if you go back to a Point Crow's playthrough, there's an amazing moment, which is a great showcase of how complicated their AI used to be, in a good way. Where Point Crow shines his light at one AUK, and it just stands there staring at him, and he's taunting it or something, and he's like, why is it just staring at me? What's it doing? And then he gets jump scared by another one, because what it did was it teamed up with his teammate to go attack him. And what I love about that's not like scripted or anything. They actually have they had pretty good AI. That guy wasn't like scripted to send the second guy after you. Normally he would just chase you. I remember the second guy would also chase you if he detected you. But it's just in that Point Crow clip they happened to decide to team up. And I love that. That can't happen anymore. That's been deleted from the game, which I just think is awful. Fuck, I wonder if I have any clips of that. I deleted all those clips on my... Oh. I had them on my OneDrive. Can I get those? Actually, I might want to pick those up. I'm gonna pick those up. Where's OneDrive? I'm gonna get it off the App Store. OneDrive. Yeah, I want to check if I still have my Echo CVI clips on this. If so, I might have clips of that, because I played the DLC back when it was like that. It was just better. It had just as many strategies. In fact, I think it had more ways to actually get through back then, actually. I mean, yeah, the older levels actually had more ways to succeed. I don't think I have my files. And now I think I've lost them. That's a massive L. There's no way I have them on the Xbox. That sucked. Yeah, the old level design was just better. It wasn't. Oh, I will say, like, the Lodge was straight up harder. I mean, it was 2 AUKs now as 1. So it was harder, but it was hard in a good way. And it still wasn't like that hard. It only ever took me like 2 tries. That was because it was my first. I did that one first. I did Scarlet Cove second. My DLC playthrough was really fast compared to other people's, I think. It was really surprising. My first loop, I think I discovered what takes most people like 2 or 3 or 4 even. But my first loop, I discovered all of the main slide reels. Which is really funny. There's some, like the librarian fucking Googled, or didn't Google, he's asked for answers on his Discord for something which I found on my first loop. So that's really funny. I made more progress on my first loop of a DLC than the librarian fucking did in like hours, to a point where he got so frustrated he asked his Discord, which really just goes to show to me how fucking stupid I was when he did that. Yeah, my first loop of DLC, I went through a whole of the first area. Before it was flooded, yeah. And then I got everything before it was flooded. When it was flooded, I discovered the Alk burial chamber. And I was like, oh, okay, well this is here. And then I went on to a second location, I got the slide reels there. Then I moved on to a bayou, I discovered everything in bayou, and then I continued on, and then I got to a stilt village. In my first loop, yes. My first loop ended at the Stilt Canyon village, I think. I don't think... Did I actually get the slide reel that was there, though? I know I got there in my first loop, but I don't know if I got the slide reel. Regardless, in my second loop, I was already in the dream. It was on my second loop, I just logically figured out to remove the lanterns. So I was like, oh, these were extinguished by the water, and now they're lit. So let's take them away, and I was right. And I went down there, and I was like, oh, well, this is where that artifact I found goes. And then I went down there, and I was like, well, it's either burn a marshmallow or doze off. So I dozed off, and there you go, I was in the dream in my second loop. I guess I unintentionally speedran the DLC. Good thing none of my friends like joining the stream right this moment, otherwise I'd be giving them major spoilers. Anyway, that's that. This game is fun. Play with small.